The recorded history of Karnataka goes back more than 2 millennia. Several great empires and dynasties have ruled over Karnataka and have contributed greatly to the history, culture, and development of Karnataka. The impact of kingdoms of Karnataka origin have been felt over other parts of India also. The Chindaka Nagas of central India, Gangas of Kalinga, Rashtrakutas of Manyaketa, Chalukyas of Vengi, Yadava dynasty of Devagiri were all of Kannada origin, who later took to encouraging local languages. In the middle and early modern periods, the Vijayanagara Empire and the Bahmani Sultans became the major powers in Karnataka. The latter disintegrated to form 5 Deccan Sultanates. The Deccan Sultanates defeated the Vijayanagara Empire in 1565. After the Anglo-Mysore Wars, where the East India Company defeated the forces of Tipu Sultan, company rule began in India. Karnataka was divided between Bombay State, Mysore State and Hyderabad State. Formal rule under the British Crown began in 1858. During this time, railways and airways as well as modern universities were introduced in Karnataka. India became independent in 1947 and the Kingdom of Mysore and Hyderabad State were integrated into India. According to the State Recognition Act 1956, the Kannada-speaking areas of Hyderabad State, Madras states were unified with Mysore State. The state was renamed Karnataka in 1973. Prehistory. The credit of doing early extensive study of prehistoric Karnataka goes to Robert Bruce Foote, and this work was later continued by many other scholars. The prehistoric culture of Karnataka is called the hand axe culture, as opposed to the Sohan culture of North India. Paleolithic India axes and clevers in the shape of pebbles made with the quartz and quartzite, which have been found in places such as Lingadahalli in Chikkamangaluru district and Hunsagiri in Yadagiri district, and a wooden spike at Kibbanahalli in Tumkur district are examples of old Stone Age implements. There are reports that a polished stone axe was discovered at Lingasuguru in the Raichur district. Neolithic sites of importance are Maski in Raichur district, Brahmagiri in Chitradurga district, with abundance of evidence that man began to domesticate animals such as cows, dogs and sheep, use copper and bronze weapons, wear bangles, rings, necklace of beads and earrings, and have burial chambers. To the end of Neolithic era, during the Megalithic age, people in Karnataka began to use long swords, sickles, axes, hammers, spikes, chisels, and arrows, all made of iron. Scholarly hypothesis postulates contacts between the Indus Valley sites of Harappan and Lothal, citing the discovery of gold found in Harappan site that was imported from mines in Karnataka. Evidence of Neolithic habitation of areas in modern Karnataka and cells dating back to the 2nd century BCE were first discovered in 1872. There are reports that polished stone axe was discovered at Lingasuguru in Raichur district. However, the authenticity of these reports remain unverifiable. Megalithic structures and burial grounds were discovered in 1862 in the regions of Kodagu and Murebetta hills, while Neolithic sites were discovered in North Karnataka. Scholarly hypothesis postulates of contacts between the Indus Valley city of Harappan in 3000 BCE, citing the discovery of gold found in Harappan site that was imported from mines in Karnataka. Karnataka was the part of Mauryan Empire. The first Mauryan emperor Chandragupta Maurya died in Shravana-Belagola in Hassan district around 298 BC, where he spent last days of his life as a Jain ascetic. Around 230 BC, the Shatavahana dynasty came to power and its rule lasted nearly 4 centuries, until the early 3rd century CE. The disintegration of Satavahana dynasty led to the ascent of the earliest native kingdoms. The Kadamba dynasty of Banavasi in modern Uttara Kannada district with Mayura Sharma, a Brahmin native of Talagunda in modern Shivamogga district, as the founding king, and the Western Ganga dynasty in southern Karnataka, marking the birth of the region as an independent political entity. They were the first kingdoms to give the administrative status to Kannada language, as evidenced by the Halmidi inscription of 450. attributed to King Kakutsavarma of the Kadamba dynasty. Also, recent discovery of 5th century copper coin in Banavasi, an ancient capital of Kadambas with Kannada script inscription on it, further proves the usage of Kannada at an official level. Middle Kingdoms from 230 BC to 1206 CE. They were followed by large imperial empires, the Badami Chalukyas, Rashtrakuta dynasty and Western Chalukya Empire, who had their regal capitals in modern Karnataka region and patronized Kannada language and literature. Badami Chalukyas. The Badami Chalukyas ruled between 6th and the 8th centuries. After that, Rashtrakutas. The Rashtrakutas were originally vassals of Badami Chalukyas. Danti Durga overthrew the Chalukya ruler Kirtivarman II in 735 CE and established the rule of the Rashtrakuta dynasty. During this period, important contributions were made in the field of literature, arts, and mathematics. Amogavarsha I, the most famous king of this dynasty, wrote Kaviraja Marga, a landmark literary work in the Kannada language. Important mathematical theories and axioms were postulated by Mahaviracharya. Western Chalukyas. The Western Chalukyas ruled between 973 and 1189 CE. After that, Western Gangas. The Western Ganga dynasty was founded around 350 CE, ruling southern Karnataka. The sovereignty lasted from about 350 to 550 CE, after which they ruled as vassals of Badami Chalukyas, Rashtrakutas and Western Chalukyas. Their rule came to an end after the disintegration of the Western Chalukyas in 1000 CE. Though a small kingdom, the Western Ganga contribution to polity, culture and literature of the modern South Karnataka region is considered important. The Western Ganga kings showed benevolent tolerance to all faiths, but most famous of their patronage towards Jainism, resulting in the construction of monuments in palaces such as Shravanabelagol and Kambadahalli. The kings of this dynasty encouraged the fine arts, due to which literature in Kannada and Sanskrit flourished. Hoysala Empire. Natives of Malnad, Karnataka. The Hoysalas established the Hoysala Empire at the turn of the first millennium. Art and architecture flourished in the region during this time, resulting in the distinctive Kannada literary meters and the construction of temples and sculptures adhering to the Vyasara style of architecture. The expansion of the Hoysala Empire brought large parts of modern Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu under this rule. Other kingdoms. The Seyuna dynasty, Kadamba dynasty and Chola Empire ruled parts of Karnataka. Late medieval and early modern period, 1206 to 1799 CE. Vijayanagara Empire. In the early 14th century, the Vijayanagara Empire, with its capital at Hosapattana, later to be called Vijayanagara, rose to successfully challenge the Muslim invasions into the south. The empire was established by Harihara I and Bukkaraya, who many historians claim were commanders of the last Hoysala king, Veeraballala III, and the empire prospered for over 2 centuries. The Vijayanagara rulers patronized culture, and a distinct form of literature and architecture evolved during this period. The best example of Vijayanagara architecture is seen in the ruined city of Hampi. Battle of Tallikota. The main rival of Vijayanagara Empire were the 5 Deccan Sultanates, who defeated the empire in 1565 at the Battle of Tallikota. 2 generals of Vijayanagara army switched sides and turned their loyalty to the United Sultanates. They captured Aliya Ramaraya and beheaded him on the spot. The beheading of Ramaraya created confusion and havoc in Vijayanagara army, which were there completely routed. The Sultanate's army plundered Hampi and reduced it into ruins. Bahmani and Deccan Sultanates. The Bahmani Sultans of Bidar were the main competitors of the Vijayanagara Empire for hegemony over the Deccan, and after their fall, the Bijapur Sultanate and Bidar Sultanate took their place in the dynastic struggle for the control of southern India. After the defeat and disintegration of Vijayanagara Empire, in Battle of Tallikota in 1565 to a confederacy of sultanates, the Bijapur Sultanate rose as the main power of the Deccan before their defeat to the Mughal Empire in late 17th century. Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb gave the order to besiege Bijapur, and after 15 months long siege, the Mughal army emerged victorious and Adil Shah dynasty came to an end. The Bahmani and the Bijapur rulers encouraged Urdu and Persian literature and Indo-Islamic architecture, the Golgumbas being one of the high points of this contribution. Bidirware and Deccan painting developed during this period. The Madrasa Muhammad Gawan was a university built during the reign of the Bahmani Sultanate, one of the few centuries of higher learning in medieval India. Parts of Karnataka were conquered by Marathas, earlier under Chhatrapati Shivaji and later on after the War of 27 years. Anglo-Mysore Wars. The Wadiyars of Mysore, former vassals of the Vijayanagara Empire, leased the state from the Mughal king Aurangzeb in 17th century. With the death of Krishnaraja Wadiyar II, Hyder Ali, the commander-in-chief of Mysore army, assumed control over the region until the rule of the kingdom was passed to Tippu Sultan after Hyder Ali's death. In attempting to contain European expansion in South India, Tippu Sultan, known as the Tiger of Mysore, fought 4 significant Anglo-Mysore wars, the last of which resulted in the death and the incorporation of Mysore into the British Raj. Company rule. Following Tippu's fall, a part of the kingdom of Mysore was annexed and divided between Madras Presidency and the Nizam. The remaining territory was transformed into a princely state. The 5-year-old scion of Wadiyar family, Krishnaraja III, was installed on the throne with the chief minister Diwan Purnaya. The Mysore state and Hyderabad state, which ruled most of Karnataka, were allied with the British during the Indian Rebellion of 1957. British colonial period 1799 to 1747. Mysore state. During this time, railways and airways as well as modern universities were introduced in Karnataka. The Indian Institute of Science 1909 and University of Mysore 1916 were the first educational institution established in Karnataka. Independence movement. However, the British period was also a time of racial discrimination, economic exploitation, and numerous preventable famines. By the late 19th century, the independence movement had gained momentum. Aluru Venkatraya, S. Nijlingappa, Kengal Hanumantayya, Nittur Srinivas Rao, and others carried on the struggle into the early 20th century. Post-independence 1947 to present. Unification of Karnataka. After Indian independence, the Wadiyar Maharaja acceded to India. In 1950, Mysore became an Indian state, and the former Maharaja became its Raj Pramukh or governor. Until 1975, the Ekikarana movement, which started in the later half of the 20th century, culminated in the State Reorganization Act of 1956, which provided for parts of Coorg, Madras, Bombay, and Hyderabad states to be incorporated into the state of Mysore. Mysore state was renamed Karnataka in 1973. The state of Mysore was formed on November 1st, 1956, and since then November 1st of every year is celebrated as Kannada Rajyotsava or Karnataka Rajyotsava. Post-unification. The 1957 elections saw the Indian National Congress win 150 seats out of 208, and S. Nijlingappa was retained as Chief Minister. Mysore state was renamed Karnataka in 1973. The Congress would retain power in Karnataka until 1983, when the Janata Party formed the first non-Congress government in Karnataka with the support of other small parties. Subsequent elections have been seen power switch between the Congress, Bharatiya Janata Party and the other parties.